Hey guys, if you like this content, I would greatly appreciate it if you guys like the video and subscribed to my channel. It helps make these videos worth it going forward.
What's up, guys? It's Altcoin Sherpa here with a crypto market review. Today I will be reviewing many altcoin requests on Twitter, and there's a whole lot of them, so let's just get through them. I want to just go over Bitcoin just really quickly, just because I need to talk about the context of the overall market environment. What we're seeing right now is Bitcoin is just within this overall choppy range right now. You can see the range between like 52K to like 45K or whatever. I don't expect this to really get resolved for a little bit longer. I think still more chop is going to come. I do believe that the lower levels of 42 to 44, 43, or 41, whatever, this type of area is going to get tapped. And if this happens, then I think that we see a good anywhere from 10 to 25% retracement for many altcoins. So if this does happen, as I said, the altcoin market will tank, and I do believe that there will be some good bids or some good entries available for many altcoins. With that said, I don't know what's going to happen in the short term. Maybe we still see more ranging and chop. Like if this continues, then altcoins could flourish if it continues in this range. But if it does go to like 41 to 44 or whatever, then I do believe that altcoins will suffer. So just keep that in mind for your overall altcoin trades and your timeline. And if you want to look more at my Bitcoin analysis or my overall thoughts on the market in that regard, then look at some previous videos I did on Bitcoin. That's a better indicator, or a better, longer explanation of what I want to really talk about for Bitcoin. Anyways, that's the overall context. I do believe that the lower levels will get tapped, in which case we'll see a big retrace for altcoins. But until that time, like if Bitcoin continues to range and is green, then I think that we'll see some pretty good gains for alts. Okay, so let's just hop into it here. I'll go to Link first, I guess. Link is a shitcoin. It led the market back in, really during the bear market, it was really great. And in 2020, it really just did awesome. Link made a lot of people millionaires for sure, but overall, I don't personally own it anymore. I have had periods where I have owned it, and I just don't think it's a coin that I really am interested in. I mean, market cap's huge still. There's just better opportunities in my opinion. This chart still looks bad. You can see resistance at 35 or so, like tapped over and over again. And I wouldn't be surprised. You already saw this $15 area get tapped again. I wouldn't be surprised to see this like continue to grind and just continue to chop around anywhere from this like $25 to $15 range. So wouldn't really recommend this coin for any reason, active trades or just like long-term investments. Woo, great coin, one of my long-term holds. I am staking mine right now. Looks still fine to me. We have seen this $1 area, this 108 kind of area, be tapped several times as resistance, and you can see that over many different time periods here. To me, it's still okay on higher time frame charts. What we see right here is this low at 44 cents, higher time frames again, established back in September, high, and then a higher low here, in my opinion, kind of like this higher low. And lows take a long time to form too. You can see back in August, this overall time period of, let's see. So 44 days or so, it just kind of formed this low. And this is very normal for this type of price action. So it would not surprise me at all to see, like just continue to chop around. It's totally normal. But I do believe that a bottom is forming. So, something like this, and then we'll just keep going higher. But yep, it's a good project in my opinion. If you were looking to bid, I would bid just in this area. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes back down to like 70 cents. Wilder World, this was a KuCoin KuCoin's coins did really well back in November. As you can see, like this wasn't an isolated coin either. Like many of KuCoin's coins did really great, but all these coins are really pulling back right now. Critical support area. This is like a high volume node area, and price likes to trade in this area. There will be liquidity in the like below, in my opinion. Well, it depends. I mean, I don't know how many. There's no futures on this, but yeah, there still should be like liquidity. Usually the low volume nodes in this area, this is usually a good area for price to bounce. So like, you know, we might see like this and then go back up. But anyways, I do believe that price looks, it is scary right now, and it's on a critical support level through this $3.30 area. If Bitcoin does shit the bed, then I think that we see this kind of like low $2 area get tapped. This would be like a solid entry. But this is another metaverse coin that is pretty solid in my opinion. EQZ, it looks not so good. It needs to reclaim the range lows around 30 cents in my opinion. So what you would want to see is like a reclaim here and then like just go back to a long ranging period where this chops around for a bit before going higher. Vader, I don't know what this coin is, but there is a lot of hype around it. I'll probably try to read it today. I mean, constant bidding. Charts like this just shows like immense strength, and you can just see when like, you know, price is just getting like bid the fuck up, and price is just like stepping up like this. You can really see it, and you know, trading stuff like this is very difficult in my opinion. Like there's not really any clear entries or exits. In my opinion, it's best if you just go ahead and like wait for either like a big market shakeout. I don't know if Bitcoin shits the bed, or honestly you can just buy somewhere and just hold it. I mean, like coins like this, it's pretty hard to really give you solid entries because I honestly can't give you anything. I mean, you could maybe use a Fibonacci when price starts to come down, but that's when price really starts to pull back. So what you'll see is like, you know, you'll see like come back down, hit the 382 here, and like, you know, when you start to see something like this, that's when you can really look for some bids. But until that time, you don't really know. Like, there's not really clean levels on this, in my opinion. So like the 382 might be interesting. But again, I don't know if this is starting to pull back or not. I don't know yet. Like -8% today, but who knows? Like this looks really strong. So again, don't know what this is. I'll probably read into it today. ORN coin looks very bad. I would not buy this thing. Don't know why you would buy it. I mean, intriguing volume coming in right now, but like the range low at 730, resistance. I mean, you can see this is just all support right here, but this is just resistance. I mean, you could maybe like wait until like this flips support and then maybe take a trade, but it's very hard to take a trade on this because the levels are not so clean in the sense that you can tell where to take profits. I mean, you can argue that this $9 area is resistance area that pops out to you, but when you see a lot of trading volume in a certain range like this, it's hard to tell unless you're scalping. So I wouldn't buy this. SYS coin, very strong. Don't really know what it does, but is really strong. Yeah, don't know what to say. There's not really any clean levels to me. Just similar to Vader. This is just like staircasing up, stair-stepping up. Wait until some big shakeout, I guess, and then buy. You basically just want to buy any dip on the situation. So, like $1.03 would be interesting. Like this kind of area would be like a good first resistance. This would be a good first support level. Anywhere from $1 to like $1 to 92 cents. This kind of area will be a good first. You could just layer bids all throughout this, I think. This would be a solid first entry, and then if this gets a bigger dip, then there's more trading volume in like 75 cents. So if Bitcoin goes lower to like, 41K, then like I would expect 75 cents for this. Dusk, one of my favorite coins. It might have had a blow off top here. I don't know. This looks pretty, it's like starting to get a little bit scary. I already sold a little bit already at 75 cents, but, and I sold it again at like 90 cents, I think, but I didn't catch like the absolute top. Still looks really strong to me, but it's really hard to tell where the top and bottom is on this one. I don't know. These levels aren't super clean to me personally, but I mean the overall market structure is still undeniably bullish. So what you'll want to watch out for Dusk is when price really starts to chop around and consolidate near the top or a top. So something similar to this type of price action, and this, this kind of weird top price action looks a little scary in my opinion. But basically what distribution looks like, and this is a very old coin too, and you can see it too, distribution, sorry for the weird, this is like really, distribution looks like this, where it's big blow off top, and then you start to see consolidation at the top with wicked volatility, like huge volatility, massive swings, big wicks, crazy weird volume. This to me highlights a market top. If you see something like this, where big blow off top and then like slowly comes down, low volume, low volatility, smaller wicks, this to me would be like good for continuation. But when you see something like this with high sell volume and it's just chopping around, big volatility, that's more characteristic of a market top. So what I'm personally doing is I will be looking to see the next few days of this. I mean, right now it looks bad, but if this continues just like this, that's when I'm going to start being pretty cautious. Spell, this coin was so strong before, like October, November, and all the other types of stablecoin governance tokens like OHM and all those other ones. Time. This one to me looks okay. I think that some resistance is going to be coming up pretty soon. Kind of this like 31 cents area. And the overall levels are hard to really see. You'll probably have to scale down the lower time frames. This is probably better. This is what I would use right here. This is the danger zone. So expect this to be a good first reaction for a short for a few reasons, but there is a lot of time spent in between, which is usually good. So strong resistance probably on the first tap, but overall still looks okay to me. I don't know. It's hard to say because there's so little chart history, but you can see that this has strong volume here, so that's always good. CRV, this coin has been awesome. This has really been one of the strongest DeFi coins, and you can just see that this really is a very, very strong coin in general. Overall, I use this 3-day level. I might have used this this is the weekly close here at $5, and this has obviously been a resistance area, but now price broke through, and now we're just seeing this like strong moves. A CRV reworked their tokenomics, if I recall correctly, and like it's just a very strong coin. After $7, not sure what happens after that. I mean, look at this fucking wick, 22 bucks. I mean, it's going to be a long time before it hits that, but maybe it looks different on the daily. Nah, I'm sure you have to go down to like smaller. I'm not going to scroll down that much, but yeah, this looks strong to me. I don't know what kind of actionable trading advice I can really give you though. That said, like, this kind of 620 area looks like resistance, but it should get broken. Look how much buying volume is coming in. The overall chart just looks so strong, and I think that you can consider there's a few different trades you can take. You can buy the breakout of this and target like $7. That's like certainly viable. Not a bad scalp opportunity here, in my opinion. But also, this is also one that you can consider just buying any dip on, given the overall chart, given the fundamentals and everything else. Tezos looks not so good for right now. Needs to form some sort of low. But bearish market structure on the daily, lower highs, lower lows. What you'll want to see is price action similar to this, like what we saw back in the summer of 2021. So, you know, like come back down, and then this is what you want to see. I don't know where it's going to bottom out. Like maybe $3, 320 or so. I don't know. This could be interesting. Audio doesn't look so good either. Obviously, it had a big move up from kind of this July time period, but since that time we kind of see this massive, I don't know what you kind of call this price action. Looks like, I mean, it's just distribution, crazy wicks in both directions, crazy moves. Again, don't really know what to say about this, but in my opinion, you'll need to look for similar price action, similar to summer of 2021. In my opinion, I think that is what you'll want to look for. And that at that point, that's when you can consider buying. But until that time, I wouldn't buy this personally. Fetch AI looks okay. I mean, it's a bit scary because this right here is distribution type of pattern. Crazy volatility, massive wicks, huge volume. So it does need a reset. The overall macro lows were kind of set back in the summer of 2021, in my opinion. And what you'd want to see, like, you know, for like higher time frames specifically, is just like a higher low form. So you want to see price kind of stop out like around here would be good, in my opinion, because you want to see this higher low formed. You want to see a higher low formed on the macro. That would be good. So you know, accumulating this at like 30 cents or 35 cents or something like that would be pretty good, in my opinion. But this is not really a great active trade given the overall chart. You will want to just go ahead and wait for it to accumulate. CWS. I don't know what this is. Similar to Fetch, you just want to see this form some sort of higher low. So, yep, just I would go ahead and wait. This actually looks okay in terms of it being kind of a rounded bottom. It's accumulated for like a month now, actually. And this is usually good. This is good price action for a bottom. You can see, again, not much volatility, and you can kind of see the makings of a rounded bottom. So to me, this actually looks pretty decent. You can start to see some buying volume coming in. So actually, this is an interesting coin for sure. I would use this $8 area as like the high, and it still has to fill out this inefficient move. So I actually think this is pretty decent. You could maybe wait for a daily close above this kind of area, current area, and you'll scale down to lower time frames. But yeah, it looks not so bad. I would basically, my overall plan would be to wait for maybe like a pullback, and then take profit around 9 or so, and then $10 as well. It depends on what you want, though. I mean, this is, you could just buy it and just hold it longer too. PYR, this is a coin that got hacked. I don't know what the fuck. This looks like it's just dead. I mean, I don't know. coins that can survive this type of price action. Maybe there's a better chart somewhere out there, but this looks just terrible. Don't buy it. D-Race, Metaverse coin, looks pretty interesting to me. I think that this is forming a bottom. Looks okay to me for right now. I would want to see this 330 area hold. And if this breaks, then I think the next level of support would be around 240 or so. Kind of this area. It's consolidation. Personally, if you want to have kind of an aggressive entry, 330 is what I would go for. Atom, everybody's favorite coin. I never really, I mean, I thought this looked more like distribution, and I was correct. This didn't look like accumulation to me. I mean, as I said before, like you see wicks and crazy in both directions, high volatility, high sell volume. This is not accumulation by any means. This is more of a market top. Pullback all the way down to $19, $20, and then now we're seeing a move back up. This area should be strong-ish resistance on the first go. I mean, this area hasn't been tapped since October, really. So I would definitely be cautious in this area for the first go. If you are bullish on this, it's better to wait for a pullback, especially after it enters the $44 area. I think that, you know, buying maybe like in the 30s would be better. But yeah, I would just wait on this. I would not buy it here. Benki looks like is a very kind of ugly chart in general. Would wait for it to just continue to find a bottom. Don't know if this is the current bottom. Obviously, around under 14 cents, it's death. But would like to just see it chop around, and I'd like to see these candles kind of have less volatility. I would just like to see them less trading volume, less trading activity, and just kind of accumulation to occur. That would be great. Like this. ADA. Don't really think this is a good chart. This looks like, I mean, just pure distribution, pure lower highs, lower lows. And if this 120 area does fall out, then $1 is the next area up. I would just be very patient with this one personally. I mean, the entire trend is just very bearish, so I would personally, I would just go ahead and bid like $1. It's probably a good area to bid, honestly. HTR, this is a coin that I always wanted to buy, but I never did buy it. It had insanely good moves overall. Kind of this 1272 fib extension, and this was the overall top. Pulled back to the 200-day EMA, and then now we see it's still, to me, it's a bullish market structure in the sense that this has a higher low. But if this was just a lower high, then we just see some sort of choppy price action. And you can't argue this is a lower high, honestly, right here. Like, you know, this is a lower high than this, of course. So what you want to see is this break of 207 or so. You want to see a break of that. Entry level, I mean, there's a few different outcomes for this. Like, there's a few outcomes. Like, number one, it breaks 207 and just goes higher. Number two, it comes back down, and then we get some sort of consolidation type of pattern where you see higher lows and lower highs. And I've seen this as well. So, you know, there's a few different kind of ideas you can do with this chart, but personally, if you're looking for entries, I would just be patient. I would just go with like the probably $1.20 or so, $1.25. Ocean doesn't look it looks okay. 200-day EMA support for now. Don't think that I would buy it. It's just within its range of 114 to 72 cents. I mean, I'm expecting more chop. Is what I'm trying to say. It doesn't look like a really great buy, in my opinion, for active trades or passive trades. AR, don't know what this is, but it looks weird to me. I mean, maybe you could consider this an accumulation range, even though it doesn't really look like one, to be frank and honest with you. But I think that NEAR had a similar chart similar to this before it took off. So maybe it's okay, but I mean, 200-day EMA actually was great support, around $35, and now the range highs around $70 are approaching. So if you are looking for an entry, I would maybe go. This chart is very choppy. To me, I would probably look for $53. That's where I would look for. I think. DGB Bitcoin, this coin is horrible. I apologize to anybody who has it, but it is approaching a strong support area, so that is your hopium. But this coin should probably not be bought under any circumstance, I don't think. If you want to accumulate it from like 50 Satoshis down up to, yeah, 50 Satoshis is maybe where I would start to accumulate, I guess. But NEAR, love this coin. So this is similar to what I was talking about with AR, like, this like was within this like kind of overall range where it didn't really look like accumulation, didn't really look like distribution, just kind of looked weird. And now it broke up higher. I'm personally trying to patiently wait for the 4-hour 200 EMA, like anywhere from $11 to $12 or $11 to $13 is like all my bids, but I don't know if I'm going to get them. We'll see. I'm still trying to be patient. I still love this coin. I'm still in it right now, but I want to fill more lower. I don't know if I'll get it. I don't know. We'll see. Like anywhere from 11 to 12 would be great in my opinion. And I have just bids all layered throughout here. And my idea is that Bitcoin is going to go to like 42K or whatever. So I'm hoping that this comes down. Syntropy, NOIA, my good friend Crypto Capo loves this coin. Don't really know much about it. It looks okay to me. The 200-day EMA is it flipped bearish, but I would like to see some higher lows established here. So I would just like to see price consolidate here for a little bit longer here. It's been almost a month or so, so that's good. Well, 3 weeks, I guess. So let's just hope this continues to chop around for another few days or weeks, and then form a bottom, and then go higher. But I mean, this chart doesn't really look great to be frank and honest with you. I mean, it's bearish on the daily, so. ZIL, I mean, this is another coin of an older coin that never really recovered from its May highs. You can see here this 5 cents area was like the low. So you can really believe in some coins, but this is a good example of why you should consider rotating your stack and never get married to a coin, because like think if you just held your coin during like say August for several months, your coin not only bled down lower, but you missed out on a lot of other gains in other sectors. And that's not saying that you can catch every gain. Of course you can't catch every single coin that pumps, but you need to be very in tune with the crypto market if you want to maximize your gains to see where the money is going. You missed out on metaverse plays, you missed out on like NFT runs, you missed out on all the layer ones, etc., etc. So that's why that you can believe in a coin, but I wouldn't really buy coins like this. But I mean, for right now, it just is within its range of 5 cents and 13 cents. It's like, to me, this is just, if we did like a fib of it, sure, it comes out cleaner. Yeah, you could see, just perfect. Support and resistance, the EQ. MOVR, I actually think I have a bag somewhere of this. It was like a small amount of money. I consider it lost money at this point. It looks like it's fairly bottomed out, but yeah, the chart looks like shit, to be frank and honest with you. I mean, this it looks like it's forming a bottom. I'll say that because this is what you want to see for bottom. You'll want to see chop. People get chopped up, and then you'll want to see people like accumulating in this area. So yeah, this actually looks like fairly bottomed in my opinion, but yeah. Lossless, this had a very strong run, but then it pulled back very big. Yeah, fibs don't really help here because I mean it obviously went even lower than broke the 786. That's rarely a good sign. To me, I would look actually for around the 70 cents area. I think would be an okay entry. And that's also kind of close to the 200-day EMA. So maybe like wait for this to come back down. And maybe this will form like a double bottom where we see like this. And then goes higher. Theta, I actually think is a coin that looks pretty solid to me. It's a V-shaped bottom within its range. Its range of $10 and $3. I know that's a huge range, of course, but I don't know why I had these notes comparing SNX if I recall correctly, but this coin actually usually has its own type of market cycle, so you can consider buying it at the. I mean, it already went to the lows around 350, but to me, it's not a great active buy at all. Like, there's just bearish market structure. Consider selling if you want at 670 or so if you want, but I mean, I do think that Theta will eventually move strongly for a few reasons, just because it's been like in its range for a long time. So these types of coins should have a different market cycle, like coins like this and Zilliqa, because they never had strong runs compared to like coins like Luna or FTM or coins like that. Symbiosis Finance on OKX, newly listed coin. This is not really a good example of chart, I don't think, because this chart actually has been out for a bit, but it looks pretty strong. I mean, looks like it is about to break this $3 resistance area and clean skies above, although I know on other charts I believe that this actually had other resistance areas on other ones. So it looks good here for the OKX chart though. HBAR, haven't heard about this one in a long time. Looks bad. Weird vertical accumulation that we saw before. Again, I don't really know what to say about this type of price action. It's just weird to me. Yeah, I don't know. This looks bizarre, but I mean, vertical accumulation and then stairs up, elevator down, and boom, like that. Personally, I would not buy this. I don't think. Just the chart is just very choppy and not very clean to me. I wouldn't buy this personally. Stratos token looks interesting. It had a big blow off top when the metaverse narrative was going off, but to me, it's still kind of this higher low established as well. And this resistance area here is close to getting broken. So to me, I would like to see a little bit more chop, to be frank and honest with you, in accumulation. And then I would like to see this go higher. VRA, this had a really big run before. And it looks like these fib levels did not hold. And you can generally tell if a fib level is going to hold or not, given like the reactions to the fibs. And if you can, clearly, when you see these types of reactions, they aren't really super strong. Whereas there's other fibs, like check my recent chart on YFI, that had like really strong reaction, at least in the short term. But coins like this, I would wait. I would wait for this one to form a bottom, and it looks like a bottom is forming actually around this kind of 029, 03 area. I think that this would be pretty solid to just go ahead and bottom out and then go higher. Geno Pets, this looks like death to me. Support probably at $8. Just straight selling though. Opulus, strong coin. Again, KuCoin coins did very well in November, and now they're pulling back. To me, this area should hold a support around 340, but if Bitcoin does go lower, then I'm expecting like the 240 area. Kind of like this $2 to 240 area. This would be like strong support if Bitcoin nukes lower. I would like to see this $3 area hold, though. And what you want to see is just prices just chop around and form a strong bottom. To me, this would be good for healthy continuation. BICO. Coin looks okay for right now. I'd use a fib. Uh, 618 should be taps, as it already has been, and you want to just basically see like price just chop around and form the bottom, and then go higher. It looks okay for right now, but I mean, you definitely want to see the selling to pause and for it to consolidate before buying it, in my opinion. If you want to get greedy, or not greedy, but if you want to be patient, the 370 area is where I would look. AAVE, at a resistance level, and let's see if this can flip it. Personally, I would not buy this yet until the 285 area got flipped. Good volume coming in, and we have maybe see some DeFi resurgence for Ethereum DeFi coins, but to me, this market structure is still bearish, and I would want to see this really start to establish higher highs and higher lows on the daily before I would even consider buying. For now, that's just bearish to me on the higher structure, higher market or higher time frames. 200-day EMA is acting as resistance as normal, and this 285 area is resistance in general. So, and you can see it used to be support. So, yeah. Anyways, that's kind of overall what I have right now. I'll actually review MATIC too, because I do want to highlight this. This is a coin that looks pretty strong to me. If I am going to buy an altcoin and long an altcoin, it's going to be coins like this where they look like MATIC, where it's just a bullish market structure where you see higher highs and higher lows. I mean, it just looks really strong to me, and as I said, the overall high time frame market structure just is bullish to me, and you'll just want to buy any dips. To me, this looks like a bottom forming in the short term, so you can just continue buying around 240 and then go higher. But again, this is the type of coin that I'll look to buy and long. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and have a great start to 2022.